Hello, everyone. I'm Zia Nebula, but you can call me Zia. Today, I thought I would try something different. Today, we'll be playing Assemble with Care, which is a cute little sort of cozy game that I have seen on Steam a while, but it was just in the Steam sale recently, so I thought, do you know what? I'll buy it. So I thought I would play this for you guys today. And yeah, so let's crack on with that. I'm quite excited for a little chill game. I need it today, actually. Sorry, I just have a little bit of a drink. So yeah, let's play Assemble with Care. Okay, it just starts with this. Is like when you open the game, this is it. Very cute. Oh, well, I am playing it with sound. Play Maria's Mix. What a bop.
After a year on the road, I thought I'd get tired of traveling. The endless clatter of railways, highways, and everything in between. But as my train pulled into the station at Bellariva, I felt every bit as excited as the first day of my journey. A whole year. It felt like a lifetime. The places I'd seen, the people I'd met, of course, the forgotten treasures I'd given a new lease of life along the way. I'm a restorer by trade. Bringing our most beloved possessions back to life is what I love to do. I'd been traveling for months, working my way from one town to the next, fixing everything from family heirlooms to VCRs. Bellariva was my chance to take a break. Unfortunately, that would have to wait until after I'd unpacked.
Unpack. Watch me be an idiot. This is already super cute.
My favorite overalls. These will never go out of style. The tools of my trade. No hope of restoring things without these.
Cute.
Looking forward to taking more close-ups of my fingers with this. I saw a guitarist wearing these at a show once. Rock and roll repair woman at your service.
Okay, they're actually very cute.
My passport. Not many blank pages left now. I picked up these sunglasses on my last stop. Hopefully I'm cool enough to pull them off. I'll hand these out once I'm settled in. Fingers crossed they get me some work.
Cute.
Finally, I'd made it to Bellariva. I'd come for the food festival, taking place in a few days' time. After living off TV dinners and instant ramen for the last few months, I was craving a decent meal. Of course, I'd need to earn enough money to pay for it, so I figured I'd head out the next day and find some work. My parents never wanted me to go. They wanted me to stay in their shop and have a simple, stationary life. I knew there was a world out there, beyond the four walls of our antique store, that I had to be a part of. I daydreamed constantly about the weird and wonderful places each of our antiques came from. I loved figuring out their stories, revealing the memories hidden beneath the screws and wires. My story in Bellariva began with a little girl and a voice she was longing to hear.
Welcome to Bella Riva. Oh, this is a super cute story. Kind of funny actually, because my dad has recently, well, actually today, finished his radiotherapy cancer treatment, and he's decided that after it's all finished, he wants to get into furniture restoration and other little bits. So this is quite cute, really. Also, sorry about my bird, she's going off on one. Chapter 2.
It was my first morning in Bella Riva, and I couldn't wait to leave my hotel and explore. It was a quiet town, its streets and alleyways basking peacefully in the hot morning sun. In the main square, meanwhile, preparations were underway for the festival in a few days' time. As I handed out my flyers, I wondered what the people of Bella Riva would need me to fix. So far, everything here seemed perfect. I was starting to worry I'd made a mistake when I felt someone tapping me on the back.
Hi, I'm Izzy. Do you know how to fix things?
It was a little girl, maybe 7 years old, who must have gotten hold of one of my flyers. She rummaged around in her backpack until she hauled out a battered red cassette deck.
My tape is broken and I can't make it work anymore. I tried to fix it myself, but there's this metal thing in the way. Can you try? Why did you do that? How did you do that? I didn't see.
Aha! Those batteries look like they need replacing. Luckily, I have some spares.
Will you dream a dream for me? If I sit by your side and hold you so tight, know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight. Good night, my darling.
When it finished, Izzy picked up the tape deck and tucked it carefully into her backpack.
Thanks, Maria. You're the best person at fixing things ever.
No problem. Who was that singing? They're very good.
It's my mum. She's not here anymore.
Izzy trailed off. It was the kind of silence a cassette tape would never be enough to fill. When Izzy's friends called for her, she dug deep into her pockets, looking for something to pay me with. Eventually, she produced a grand total of a stick of gum, 3 mismatched buttons, and a yo-yo. I usually preferred a check, but Izzy looked so serious, I wrote out a full receipt. She seemed like a happy kid, but beneath it all, part of her life had been shattered. A part I wouldn't be able to fix. My first repair complete, I spent the rest of the day doing small jobs in and around the square. I was exhausted when I got back to my hotel and found a message asking me to make one more visit. The address led me to a quaint little house, a stone's throw from the beach. Bathed in the evening light, it looked beautiful, in spite of its flaking paintwork and chipped tiles. The front door was opened by a harried-looking man, still dressed from a long day at the office.
Are you Maria? My name's Joseph. I'm Isabel's father.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry she bothered you this morning. Please, come in. I'd like to settle up properly.
On the mantelpiece, I saw the remains of a broken statue. Without thinking, I picked up a fragment.
Ah, my father's statue. What's left of it, at least. Yet another way I'd have disappointed him. It survived 100 years in this family. But 5 minutes with Isabel and... Do you think you can salvage it?
Yes, I can. With a few clicks of my mouse. Let's start with the base.
Will you be able to see the glue afterwards? I don't want people seeing the cracks.
Man, you'll be able to see the glue with all this amount that I'm putting on. Let's put a little bit on his little leggy. Not that. There we go, there's his knee.
Sometimes I think my daughter should come with a warning label.
Aww. She's just a kid, bro. This one? I think I missed some glue on the guy's leg. Don't tell anyone. Whoops. Well, I have to put some in there.
Is this glue really strong enough to hold everything together?
It's glue, my guy.
Thank you, Maria. It looks as perfect as it ever did. My father wanted me to make something of myself. He didn't have time for anything less.
As Joseph put the statue back on the shelf, it nudged against the family portrait stood proudly next to it. So he was Bellariva's mayor. And that was Izzy's mom. They must both miss her so much.
Sorry, I'm a little tired. I've been working late getting things sorted for the festival. There's only a few days to go. Looks like I'll be working late. Again?
When I told my parents I wanted to leave, they always found an excuse to be busy, to avoid talking about it. I guess keeping themselves occupied was their way of pretending it wasn't happening. Joseph's work must have been taking up so much of his time. Maybe that was what he wanted. I just hoped he was finding enough time for Izzy, too.
Kupo wants me to find more time for her. She's very demanding of Scritches. She wants all the attention, don't you? Disconnected.
My second day in Bellariva dawned bright and clear. Another beautiful sunny morning. Walking into town, I passed cafes overflowing with customers cradling their morning coffees. I stopped, breathing in the smell of roasted coffee beans and freshly baked pastries.
Oh, I could do with one of them.
I was about to go inside when the owner of Carmen's, the cafe next door, stopped me.
Hello, Maria? Were you here yesterday handing out flyers? I have a job for you.
Her place was petite, tucked between its competitors as if hoping they wouldn't notice. Judging by the empty tables inside, though, her potential customers hadn't noticed it either.
Oh,
It's a bit slow today, but we're just getting started. I'm sure it'll pick up soon.
As Carmen chatted, she walked over to the counter and returned with an old rotary phone.
At least I've got plenty of time to practice my recipe for the festival. It's a new special I've been working on. I was hoping to call my sister for some, seasoning tips, but it won't connect.
I'll have a look.
Can you see if you can figure out what's wrong?
Indeed. Screws. Yes, Kupo.
Obviously, we'd normally be much busier than this. You
Oh,
can
maybe I
fix
should have
it, can't
unplugged
you? I can't afford to replace it.
Yes, Kupo. She wants seeds. Oh no, one of the bells is broken. Okay, well, let's do that. Nice. Oh. I would say that phone's been broken for longer than like 2 minutes or whatever. Cute.
Looks like this new circuit board is all hooked up.
This is a very satisfying game with a cute story.
Those screws still need to be put back.
Yes, Kupo. Amazing. Look, Kupo, it's the same colour as you.
When I handed the phone back to Carmen, she seemed almost reluctant to take it from me.
So it's all working now, is it? I don't have to leave it to dry or let it cool down?
Nope, it's ready to go. It'll be ringing off the hook in no time.
That's if I can pay my phone bill, anyway. And the rent, and the suppliers. Anyway, take a seat and I'll be right with you. Your coffee's on the house.
I sat at one of the empty tables, while at the counter, Carmen had started dialing the phone.
Hello? How's my favourite sister doing today?
As she talked, Carmen became more and more tense. This didn't seem like a call for some cooking advice.
I know I still owe you from last time, but I can't afford to take part in the festival if I don't pay.
I could almost feel the eye roll at the other end of the line.
Oof.
You don't need to be here, though. Can't you just put the check in the post?
When the call ended, Carmen brought me my coffee, her hands trembling.
Sorry about that. My sister's decided to fly in for a visit. Oh God, I have to get ready. Actually, I might have another job for you. Can you come by tomorrow?
Cute camera.
The next day, I'd promised Carmen I'd return to help her get the cafe ready for her sister's arrival. I was about to set out when I received an unexpected call from my hotel's reception desk. Apparently, another guest had asked for me by name. Curious, I took the creaking elevator up to the top floor and made my way to the room number they'd given. I knocked.
Are you here about the camera? It's about time.
Rude.
The woman in front of me was immaculate. Not a hair out of place or a crease to be seen.
My sister tells me you know how to fix things. I'd usually go to an expert, of course, but in this town...
So this was Carmen's sister? The two of them couldn't have been more different. Inside her room, I saw a beautiful reflex camera, any professional photographer's dream.
The viewfinder is completely dark. I can't see anything through it at all. I assume you can figure out what's wrong?
That lady has a bit of a tone on her voice, doesn't she? Well, do I have to read the instructions?
You need the manual.
Okay, let's just undo all of the screws. Oh.
I don't suppose you've fixed anything this valuable before.
Whoa, pretentious much. Let's pop that new mirror in.
If I use the screwdriver, I could adjust the angle of the mirror. Perfect. Now the viewfinder should be working.
Cute. Oh. Whack a screw back in there. I don't want to put that. What am I doing? Okay, now I take the back off and put some film in. Wait, what?
Still a few parts missing.
Am I being a Silius Bilius right now? Yeah, I was. Cute.
I felt a pang of envy as I handed the camera to Helena. I put my disposable to shame.
I picked it up on my first trip to Paris. It's a 1958 limited edition, the first of its kind. It cost me 3 months' salary, but it was worth it.
I had
This
no
lady.
idea what 3 months' salary meant to Helena, but I was pretty sure it was more than I could afford. It was strange, really, that we were even staying in the same hotel. I'd picked this place because it was cheap and cheerful, but surely she could afford somewhere better?
Mysterious.
She took some test shots, fiddling with the camera settings until she was absolutely satisfied.
This work is immaculate. At least there's one person in this town who knows what they're doing.
That's a bit rude.
Sending you to me might be the first thing Carmen's actually gotten right.
I wondered why Helena had bothered coming if she thought so little of her sister.
I hear nothing from her for weeks, and then when she finally does call me, all she wants is money. If she thinks I'm lending her another penny, she'll have to convince me it's not a total waste of time.
That didn't sound good. If Hurricane Helena was about to hit, I hoped Carmen was ready.
Cute. I think that says Carmen's.
The sun was setting over Bellariva by the time I reached Carmen's cafe. From the outside, it looked as quiet as ever, but inside, I found Carmen cleaning like her life depended on it.
She's got that ADHD panic cleaning on because someone's coming round.
Maria! Oh, don't mind all of this. If Helena finds one speck of dust in here, I'll never hear the end of it.
Carmen seemed pleased to see me, but I sensed the fidgeting tension beneath each sweep of her mop. Trying to live up to the standards of someone like Helena seemed like an impossible task.
I hope you didn't mind fixing the camera for her. She was furious when it broke. I really need this to go well. If she doesn't lend me the money, I don't know how long I can keep this place going.
Carmen led me to a back room, where she'd laid out the components of what looked like a neon sign.
I had this made when I first opened the cafe, but I'm hopeless with electronics.
So there was supposed to be a sign outside. This might explain the lack of customers.
I'd like to put it up before Helena gets here. Can you give it a try?
Yes, let me fiddle about with electronics. Okay. Take all the screws out. Oh wait, was that a glue panel? Yeah, okay. Slap all this glue on. Extremely messy in fashion. This is an assumption. Oh. Whoops. Was that it? There's a hole there randomly. I feel like this is not it.
I don't know, it's a bit, flat. Maybe if it flashes, it'll really catch people's eye.
Great idea. I
Okay.
think I have a spare part that could do that.
One thing I will say is that the controls are a little bit funky, but nothing too detracting or anything. Oh, time for more of Zia's amazing glue application. Yes. Absolutely 100% perfect that.
still need something else. Maybe we can add one of these.
What? Isn't it a coffee shop? An ice cream then, I guess? Kind of. I don't know. More glue. Look at this. Like, my colouring in real life is just this perfect. Splodge. Okay, so I guess we can put this here. And then this here. Put these screws back in. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna go with ice cream. And then we turn it on again.
It works! I'll screw everything together again and you'll be set.
Yes. Ice cream was a good choice.
The sign fixed, we headed outside and mounted it carefully over the cafe door.
Oh, that's perfect, Maria. It looks just how I imagined it. When I had this sign made, it all seemed so simple. Oh, I can't believe I might have to give it all up. I hope I've done enough.
The smile froze on her face as she spotted something over my shoulder. I turned to see.
Helena.
Of course, my sister owns the only cafe in this entire town that isn't actually open.
For better or worse, Helena had arrived. Carmen opened her mouth to explain, but Helena swept indifferently past her. Finally pausing in the doorway, she turned back towards Carmen.
The first thing we're doing is getting rid of that hideous sign.
No, we're keeping the sign.
And with that, she disappeared inside. I hoped Carmen's chances of saving the cafe hadn't disappeared with her.
That's sad.
It was the day before the festival, and the whole town was busy getting ready. I had more work than I knew what to do with. When Joseph called with another job, I was craving the cool quiet of his and Izzy's seafront house.
Oh, I'd love to live on the seafront.
I'd barely reached their front door when I heard someone calling me.
Psst. Maria, I need your help. Quickly, it's top secret.
It was Izzy, peeking out from the side of the house. She beckoned for me to follow her. She led me through to a beautiful, unruly garden overflowing with flowers of every color. Nestled among them was a playhouse, its doorway almost completely obscured by a towering rose bush.
You have to squeeze past it and breathe in real small, like this.
Izzy took in a big gulp of air and crawled through the gap and into the playhouse. I hadn't planned on crawling in the dirt today, but the life of a repairwoman never did run smooth. On the table inside, there was an electronic toy. Not exactly the usual stock in my parents' antique shop.
I had an accident. I didn't do it on purpose or anything, but it won't turn on anymore. Can you fix it for me?
Devastated when your things won't turn on anymore, especially games. Many broken things. Okay. Ooh. That actually made me jump. I'm just gonna pull all of these cables out because I want to. Wait a sec. Nope. Yep. I kind of forgot. Was it this one to here? This one was like to here, wasn't it? Okay. Mm. Oh, I definitely forgot. Okay. Excellent. Now I put a game in.
Do grown-ups play games as well?
Yes, we do.
Can you show me how to play? I tried before, but it was so hard.
Cute. This is Pokemon Snap. I actually don't know what Pokemon Snap is. Is it the camera one? I've never played it. Fake gamer. So cute. That looks like Kupo.
Her toy fixed, I watched Izzy retreat into its screen, taking refuge in a 3-inch world of her own.
Relatable.
Well, I'd better head inside. Your dad is waiting for me.
Please don't tell him about the game. He'll think I broke it on purpose.
Why would he think that?
Because, well, I kind of dropped it really hard at the wall.
Ah, raging.
Izzy looked down, scuffing her shoes on the worn floor of the playhouse.
My dad said I had to go to this stupid festival tomorrow and put on a stupid dress, and I don't want to. All he cares about is working. He never wants to see me unless it's for his job. I'm not going. He can't make me.
With that, Izzy dove back through the rosebush and disappeared into the wilds of the garden. She was so young. She couldn't be expected to see that her dad was struggling too. It made me think, had I really tried hard enough to understand my parents' point of view? I was so focused on the adventures ahead of me
Oops, sorry. Well, that was a bit annoying. I wanted to see that, but I accidentally clicked continue. Sorry, I'm just putting my parrot away because she's quite hormonal and she's doing a little mating dance, which she doesn't need to do right now. Sorry about that. Momentary.
Leaving Izzy hiding in the garden, I walked around to the front of the house and rang the doorbell. It was only then I noticed my favorite overalls covered in grass stains. I scrubbed desperately, but it was too late.
Maria, what are you doing? What happened to your clothes?
Tripped.
I was, repairing a lawn mower.
How unusual. Well, do come in. The job I've got for you is a little more delicate.
Totally embarrassed, I walked into an orderly room filled with papers and ledgers. So this was his office. You must be so busy getting ready for the festival. Are you looking forward to it?
Of course. It's traditional for the mayor to judge food from every cafe and restaurant in town.
Hopefully they judge Carmen's.
I'll be declaring the best chef in Bella Riva by this time tomorrow. Speaking of which,
He unclipped the watch from his wrist and very carefully handed it to me.
I'll have a tight schedule to follow, but my watch stopped working a while ago. Could you see if you can make it tick again?
Have you wound it recently? So it's a bit broken.
Are you sure it will all fit back together?
Oh, that's a cute inscription.
Ah, the main plate has completely cracked. I'll need to replace it. The cogs look good, though. If I'm careful, I can reuse those.
Sorry, I was just bopping. Can I not just pick these up? Oh, okay. I can indeed. Okay. Maybe I should have looked. Well, wait, what? That's a really cute way of doing the menu. I didn't even realize. Doesn't this go on there? Then we can like screw this little one in. Yeah. This one goes here. And then this one and this one. Oh, okay.
I've not gone a day without this watch since my wife gave it to me.
The music is really cute, and so are the sounds. The sounds are very satisfying. Amazing.
As I handed the watch back to Joseph, my fingers traced over the engraving on the back. I hoped fixing this was one small way I could help him move forward.
I can't believe it's working, Maria. Thank you. My wife was a brilliant woman. Feeling this ticking on my wrist, it makes me feel like she's still here.
No.
Watches measure minutes and hours like they're infinite. I didn't know we had so little time. Even with Isabel, I barely see her. And when I do, she acts like she hates me.
Just then, the phone rang. Even when he was at home, his work was never done.
Sorry, Maria. I have to take this. I'll see you at the festival tomorrow.
As I left, I turned and saw him pacing the floor of his office, his watch glinting in the afternoon sun. I hoped its quiet ticking would at least bring him some peace during the busy days to come.
The bigger picture. This looks like a slide, projector. Old-fashioned.
When my last job of the day brought me to Carmen's apartment, the door was opened by someone I didn't expect to see, Helena.
Oh.
Sorry for inflicting this mess on you. Carmen's never seen a knick-knack she doesn't want to buy, apparently.
Why are you so rude?
Carmen's apartment was a little chaotic, but totally charming. It was easy to imagine her living in a place like this.
My house is chaotic as well.
It definitely wasn't Helena's style. She seemed more upmarket than flea market. I wondered why she was even here.
We're having a clear out, or at least I am. Carmen's not helping, as usual. There's a market at the festival tomorrow. I'm selling some of these things to make her some money. She says she has nothing when there's all this stuff right under her nose.
Helena stepped delicately past the items on the floor and reached down to pick up one from the pile.
Look at this slide projector. Our parents treasured it, but Carmen treats it like a piece of junk. Can you take a look?
I'm doing this for Carmen's sake, not Helena's. Well, there's screws. Gonna take them out.
That light bulb is completely smashed. Okay, I'll need to redirect the light, the lens at the top for the projector to work.
I don't know if I'm missing something else in here. Probably not. Oops, spinning around. Am I missing something? I just wanna... Whoops. Yep, I was missing something.
Oh, typical. Carmen's even managed to get a slide stuck in here.
That's fine, we can just take it out. Am I being silly right now or what? Is this a mirror? Oh, it's mirrors. Right, okay. I am being silly. Bear with me. We need to get it like 90 degrees maybe? Yeah. Not 90, 45. Okay. Do we have to like move the slide though? Well, we can have a look at that in a minute. Because she said there's a slide stuck in here. Let's put some mirrors in. I probably missed something. Yeah, like where does that pink wire go? Whoops. Am I being silly again? Must be something to do with the stuck projector. Slide. We'll take these out again. Because I love making more work for myself. Yeah, I've put one of the mirrors in wrong. Screwdriver. Don't mind me just being silly. Yeah. You see, that's what we're wanting. I did wonder how the light was gonna get up, you know, when I was putting that in. I didn't see the other screw hole.
I was so excited when I moved to the city. Carmen, she looks so sad. Here's the clicker you'll need to attach. God knows how Carmen broke that as well.
You're quite rude to your sister, aren't you? Just gonna put these screws back in. Come on, Zia. Okay, the clicker goes there, and the wire goes there. Excellent, and then we can put these in. Do they go in order?
When we were younger, Carmen was always following me around.
Press the button again. Okay, I didn't realise you were gonna,
I suppose she looked up to me. A cool older sister. She used to ask me when I was coming home, but I was always too busy.
Helena was transfixed, staring at the two young sisters the projector had brought glaringly into focus.
I never meant to let her down.
But you haven't, have you? You came all this way just to help with the cafe. Plus the money.
That's the problem. There is no money. I lost my job a few months ago. My savings are almost gone. I have nothing. Carmen thinks I'll throw my checkbook at her bad decisions and make them okay. But I can't. Not this time. You know, the funny thing is, I came here wanting to tell her the truth. But she's so infuriating. How can I ask her for help when all she cares about is herself?
that seems a little, look in the mirror, please.
Helena fell silent, shrinking under the gaze of her younger self, projected onto the wall.
We drifted so far apart when I moved away. It felt like the only thing keeping us together was my bank balance. I know I have to tell her the truth. It isn't fair. But I already lost everything else. What if I lose her too?
Boiling point.
The day of the festival finally came, and after all my hard work, I was ready to put down my tools and pick up a fork. The smell as I entered the main square was incredible. Each stall was selling food even more delicious than the last. The competition would start any minute. Most stall holders were waiting anxiously for the mayor to pay them a visit. All of them, that was, except Carmen, who was still frantically chopping vegetables and stirring pots.
Maria! Thank God you're here. Can I ask you the world's biggest favour? Helena was supposed to help me run the stall today, but she never turned up. Probably too ashamed to show her face. I can't believe she lied to me.
Carmen was stirring so furiously, she was in danger of tipping the pot over altogether.
The mayor will be here any minute for the judging, but I'm almost out of my special.
She wasn't really going to ask me, was she? Not on my day off.
I have a stove ready to build and everything. Can you set it up and make me a spare batch?
I'm about to cook. Let him cook. Okay. Is there a bit that looks like that? Okay, yeah. I just wasn't looking at it properly. Okay. Is that all done? I was about to put a lit match back in the pot. In the box. Okay. A pint of stock. What are all these? Oh yeah, the thing that you look, I've never used a camping stove, okay? Let's put one of these on here. Yep, makes more sense now. Now we turn it on. Just leave that there on its side.
I
Amazing.
think that pot is really boiling now. Smells great, if I say so myself.
Let's get some cooking mama on
Here are
in
the
here.
ingredients that Carmen's given me. What to add first?
Quarter stick of I'm too British for these American measurements. Quarter a stick of butter. That must be what it is. Is that a quarter stick? What is even a stick? Is the whole thing a stick? I'm gonna go with... I don't know. This. Okay. Half a carrot. They're so cute. Half a carrot. Is that half a carrot? Is all of that half a carrot? I don't know. 2 broccolis. Handful of chopped tomato.
That looks good. I'll scoop a spoonful when I'm ready to serve.
A handful of chopped tomatoes. That's all of them. All of them is a handful. I'm still not I don't know what's going on with these butters. 3 wild mushrooms. What, whole? Half? I'm gonna go with... Wait, that's a half. Okay, that's 1. 2. 3. Plenty of something. I'm gonna go with onion. Put all of the onion in. I would in my soup. It's changed colour, so I'm gonna go with... That's good. Plenty. All the onion. Oh, I'm still not convinced that this is not half a carrot because it's like chopped. Oh no. Okay, we're just going full in now. I could have put this in, couldn't I? Oh no. Okay, I made it.
My part done, Carmen took over and added the finishing touches. It was just in time. As a moment later, Joseph arrived with Izzy in tow. Carmen anxiously handed them both a serving.
This soup looks green and mine was orange.
That was so tasty. Can I have some more, please?
Well, you've certainly earned yourself a loyal customer in my daughter. We have a few more meals to taste, but so far you are one of the best. Good luck.
Amazing.
Joseph and Izzy looked so happy together. Maybe the festival was doing them some good after all. Carmen, on the other hand, seemed annoyed. But why, when it had all gone so well?
I wish Helena was here to see this. She's so convinced I'll never succeed at anything.
She wants what's best for you. She's just not very tactful about it.
Yes, I know. Even when I was a kid, she pushed me when no one else did.
I love that art. It's very simple but really effective.
I just wish she hadn't lied to me. But then, I've asked so much of her over the years. I never stopped to think how much she actually had to give.
Harmony.
The festival finished. I only had one day left before I had to catch my train and leave Bellariva behind. I couldn't go without saying goodbye to Carmen. So, that evening, I made my way to the cafe. It was unrecognizable. She'd done it. Best food in Bellariva. Half the town was outside waiting to see what the fuss was about.
Amazing.
Maria! My favorite sous chef. Come on through.
It was Carmen, acting every inch the successful cafe owner she deserved to be. Even Helena was there, serving the coffees. This was the last place I expected to see her after yesterday's drama. Carmen led me through to a balcony upstairs, where she brought out an old record player.
I found out where Helena was on the day of the festival. She was selling her camera to clear the cafe's debts. But then she didn't have much left for herself. So, I've asked her to come and stay with me for a while. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Maybe you can work together in the cafe.
I wanted to give her this, to cheer her up. We listened to it all the time when we were kids. Do you think it has one last tune in it?
If I have anything to say about it, yes. Are there any screws?
Okay, let's see what happens when we turn this on.
Oh my god, I've broke it. Can we put... Oh.
The speaker isn't connected properly. I should check the wiring. The speaker isn't connected
I
properly.
know.
I should check the wiring. Here's the problem. This wiring isn't connected properly.
How many more? Oh, okay.
That's the speed dial connected. Now we should be able to change it. I think that should
Excellent.
do it. This record should play beautifully. It's spinning the wrong way. How can I get it to play in the right direction? It must be to do with the motor. Let's see if one of these spares can turn things around.
That is cursed. Model U5.
If I turn the volume up, I should be able to hear it now.
7B6. Oh, right. It just has it straight up there. It just had the wrong motor in it, okay. Plug that in. Whack that on.
Well, it's playing in the right direction. I should check it's turning at the correct speed.
The sweetest words I've ever heard.
Should we do it, Speedy Boys?
What will remain of the smiles, the ones that stole?
Is it not a 45?
What will remain of these days?
I suppose it's spinning a bit too fast. What? Yeah, okay. Everything's on, right?
What will remain of these days?
Oh, I just have to put it fully back together.
Sweetest words I've ever heard.
Have a quick bop.
What will remain of the smiles, the ones that stole?
The record player's crackling tune must have caught Helena's ear, as she appeared a few moments later.
Is that my old record player? I can't believe you've kept it all these years, Carmen.
Surely want to know.
Leaning over the music, they looked just like the young sisters the slide projector had preserved all these years, inseparable once again. Carmen told me about your camera. That was a really generous thing to do.
I loved that camera, but I love my sister more. Now it's her time to be the person she wants to be. I'm going to stay here with her for a while. Make up for lost time.
Carmen and Helena's relationship wasn't suddenly going to be perfect, but they were both prepared to try. And to think, it had all started because of a call Carmen made about some seasoning tips. I guess in the end, maybe it wasn't so hard to just pick up the phone and dial. I hadn't spoken to my own parents in a year. I wanted to hear their voices more than anything. But the silence between us was so cavernous. I didn't know how I'd ever find the words to bridge it.
Start with hello.
My final morning in Bella Riva, I received one last call out to Joseph and Izzy's house. I knew I had to pack, but I figured I could squeeze in one final job before I had to leave. When I arrived, I found Joseph tidying up his wilderness of a garden. The playhouse was already cleared. Inside, I could see Izzy happily testing out her screw-driving skills on the back of her cassette deck.
You've made quite the impression. Izzy, tells me she's going to be a repairwoman like Maria.
I'm sure she could be anything she wanted if she put her mind to it.
She could. She's a brilliant child. Spending the day with her at the festival, I haven't had so much fun in ages. I wanted to give her something before she starts to forget.
Inside, the house was transformed, flooded with light and the sounds of the garden. It felt alive again. This would be my last repair in Bella Riva, but It felt like it was the house that had really been restored.
It's a music box. It used to play beautifully, but now when I wind it up, nothing happens. I'd love for Izzy to hear it sing again. Can you help?
Oh, there's some glue. What is that? Oh, it's a little bird. Screws. Spin this over. Oh, that's broke. Excuse me. Undo all of the screws.
Maria, could you add this family picture of us?
Oh, get the glue. Oops. I want to spin it around so I can get some good old gluing going on. No, I'm not done. This is not even anywhere near enough glue you need to put a small picture back on. Amazing. Amazing.
This
Okay.
mechanism is completely broken. I'll need to take it all apart before I can fix it.
You just happen to have spares, of course. Oops. Just want to check. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Oops.
Looks like something is still missing.
Wait, what? What's missing? That's a little cute little birdie. Is it missing? That's fine, right?
Still a few parts missing.
Oh, maybe it was just me being really slow about it. Because it seems fine, right? I'll just put this drawer back in.
I think that's everything back together again. I should play it to make sure.
My wife used to sing this song to Izzy each night before bed, but I always worked too late to join them. Will you dream a dream for me if I sit by your side and hold you so tight? Know that I will always love you, even though we both know that we must say goodnight.
Oh, that's the tune from the record
I've
player.
missed so much already. I want to be the father my wife wanted me to be.
Not the record player, the cassette player.
I've ended up so much like my own father, working all the time. Izzy needs me more than that, especially now it's just the two of us. My daughter comes first. Well, until she gets bored of her stuffy old dad anyway.
I'll never ever get bored of you, Dad.
Izzy came running into the room where Joseph scooped her up and onto his shoulders. She gazed at the music box, her eyes shining. I'd never seen her look so happy.
Thank you, Maria, for everything. The things you fixed for me. I'm so glad to have them back.
Joseph was a good father, and I could tell he was determined to be an even better one. When it came down to it, that was all any of us wanted. A second chance to make something right. My time in Bellariva was almost over, but before I left, I knew there was something of my own I needed to fix.
Departure.
My time in Bellariva was almost at an end. Another chapter finished in a story whose ending I hadn't felt ready to write. The people I'd met, the items I'd restored, they'd taught me so much about what was really important. Pulling out my suitcase from beneath the bed, I remembered the day I stole it from my parents' shop, the day I left. Afterwards, I was too ashamed to call them, to apologize. It was a guilt I'd been carrying around every day since. As I packed, I knew that it was up to me to find a way to lighten the load.
Hello, I would like to undo the clasps, please. Thank you.
Helena gave me these designer shirts. Not sure I'll pull them off as well as she does. Joseph's idea of light reading for the train. It does look thorough. My parents would love Bellariva. Maybe I can convince them to make the trip. Izzy gave me this in exchange for my repair manual. She'll be a pro in no time. The recipe for Carmen's special. I'm under strict instructions to guard it with my life. My train ticket. Can't believe it's time to leave Bellariva behind. The soundtrack to my travels. I'll be listening to this on the journey.
What about all the stuff that she came with?
My suitcase was full, but it was my heart that felt heavy as I made my way to the station. I was sorry to be leaving Bellariva behind, but I hoped that, in my own small way, I'd made a difference. Helena and Carmen's reunion was possible because they'd learned to overcome their differences. Joseph had realized he shouldn't let his grief or his work get in the way of his relationship with Izzy. They'd each learned to see things from someone else's perspective. Maybe it was time I saw things through my parents' eyes. I knew it would be easier to jump on the next train, put even more distance between us, but I finally felt ready to talk to them. I just didn't know if they would feel the same. Did I even remember their number? I wasn't sure until I reached for the phone and it all came flooding back. Mom? Dad?
Maria? Is that you?
Aww. Epilogue.
Dear Maria, Carmen here. Sorry I haven't written. The cafe's been absolutely manic since you left. Luckily, I have Helena here to help. You wouldn't recognise her. She's like a new woman. She's always running round, taking orders and making drinks. I even heard her compliment a customer on their outfit. Personally, I draw the line at fluorescent green bowling shirts, but each to their own. It certainly made the customer smile. She misses the city, though. Bellariva's many things, but it's definitely not as chic as she'd like. She said there was a coffee shop near her old apartment where they made coffee with a shape drawn on top. It got me thinking, I'm an award-winning chef. I can figure out how to put a leaf on a cappuccino. A bit of cosmopolitan coffee might be just what Helena needs. Of course, ordering a new coffee machine was the easy part. I wish you could have seen the mess I got into trying to put the thing together.
Let me assist. Look at all these parts. A screwdriver, but there's no glue. Oh my god. Well, let's take these out.
I saw Maria use her screwdriver a million times. Taking this apart will be easy. These pipes look pretty simple. I should start with them.
Start with the pipes. See, this is what I mean. Okay.
Oh, I wish Maria was here. She'd know how to put these pipes together.
I 100% know how to put these pipes together. Wait, what? Hang on, I'm just trying to get it like spinning the right way so I can see properly. Okay. I guess.
How can there be so much steam? Ugh, I'm getting soaked.
I feel like this is not correct. That one looks correct, actually. Oh my god. Okay. No, that's not where I wanted it. Yeah, that's where I wanted it. This one looks like it might go nowhere, apparently. Okay. I thought that was like for here. This might be the one that comes out the front. Oops. Oh no, okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay. We got this. We gaming.
Finally, no more steam.
Okay. There's a couple of power cables there as well. Okay. Maybe I should have put this in before I put all the parts in. Right, which is the... Whoops. I mean, if it doesn't go in the first one, I'll just put it in the second one. I think it's this one. Whoops. Yeah, the... Oh. I think that's all of that back done.
Finally, no more steam.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay, well, I'm just going to do this. Coffee 3. Okay, so electric symbol is the first one. And then coffee is the third one. Whoops. Then this one's here. Amazing, we can probably put this front back on now. Pro screwdriver skills. Oops. Yep. These coffee machines are like super expensive, aren't they? Hell
I
yes.
think that's everything. Better test the buttons, just to make sure.
Nice.
All done. Piece of cake. Time to make my first coffee, I think.
Lovely.
Smells delicious.
Just gonna pour this
Now
coffee
to
out.
make it look magical.
Is there no milk? Oh yeah. How much am I putting in?
A perfect coffee.
You can have
All
my
it
zigzag.
needs is
Oh,
a saucer and a couple of Helena's favourite biscuits.
it's avant-garde coffee art. I love these lotus biscuits.
I was feeling more has-been than coffee queen by the time I'd made a drink fit for human consumption. It looked a bit, postmodern, but knowing Helena's refined tastes, I hope she'd think it was intentional.
Exactly.
Always the connoisseur. She didn't even bother to look at it at first. She was so busy wafting it under her nose. Steamed up her glasses, of course. How was she going to see my work of art through an eye full of fog? When she finally spotted it, though, she was totally impressed. I'll admit, she spent several minutes trying to figure out exactly what it was I'd drawn. She decided it was probably a horse. Well, what she doesn't know won't hurt her. She was impressed enough to ask for another one. I guess I'll need to get some practice in. The whole thing was such hard work, Maria. I never realised how difficult it was, all that mechanical stuff. It made me realise how much I have to thank you for, so I wanted to say that now. Better latte than never. Hoping you're well. Your friend.
Okay, that was pretty funny. Amazing, what a cute little game. Oh, that was really sweet and cute. Lots of, I like the music that's going on, like the one now. Yeah, really cute. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and enjoyed the video. And if you do, leave a like, please. It's helpful. And let me know of any other games that you want to see me play or anything that I've just started, so I'm not really sure like what kind of games that people would be interested in. So definitely give me some suggestions if you have any. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.